All right, so today we're diving into something that I think a lot of you can relate to, staying connected while you're traveling for work. And
Essential in this day and age, right?
absolutely, and I think we've all been in those situations where you're desperately searching for a reliable Wi-Fi signal or coming home to a phone bill that just makes your jaw drop.
Oh, tell me about it. The struggle is real.
It really is. But you
Yeah.
know what? Maybe there's a better way, and that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Okay.
We're taking a deep dive into Ubigi for Business, which is kind of like a universal SIM card
Yes.
specifically designed for businesses.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I've definitely heard those horror stories about business trips gone wrong thanks to connectivity issues.
Yeah, and then trying to file those expense reports for roaming charges, it's like you need a degree in accounting just to figure it out.
Right, and time is money. Who wants to deal with that?
No one. So let's dig into Ubigi. What they claim to offer is basically a way to stay connected in over 200 destinations without those crazy roaming fees.
Well, that's a pretty bold claim. 200 destinations is a huge coverage area. How do they even manage that?
So instead of being tied to one carrier, like your usual SIM card, Ubigi partners directly with local carriers in all these different countries.
Ah, so they've basically cut out the middleman.
Exactly, and that's how they're able to offer these data plans that, get this, they claim can save you up to 90% on your roaming bills. 90%! I mean, that's kind of hard to ignore.
Yeah, 90% is a game changer, especially for businesses that are sending people out all over the place. But you know me, I'm always a little skeptical. Is the service actually any good, or is it a case of you get what you pay for?
Well, that's a great question, and that's what we're here to find out, right? So from what I've gathered, they're not just about being cost-effective, they're also big on security.
Okay, that's good to hear. Because if you're relying on dodgy public Wi-Fi networks, you're practically asking for trouble, especially with sensitive business data.
It's a nightmare waiting to happen, and you know what's wild? They actually call out that fear of using public Wi-Fi on their website.
Well, they clearly understand their target audience.
Right. So their whole thing is secure by design. They use LTE and even 5G in some areas, which, by the way, that alone can be a major productivity booster if you're used to those sluggish hotel Wi-Fi networks.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to get work done on a lagging connection. It's like trying to run through quicksand.
The worst. But with Ubigi, because it's their own dedicated network, they have more control over things like speed and stability. Plus, they use some pretty serious encryption, so you're not broadcasting your company's secrets to the entire internet cafe.
That makes sense. And thinking about it, even if you're not a multinational corporation with top secret plans, just having a secure connection can give you peace of mind and honestly, probably save you from a lot of headaches down the line.
100%, because let's be real, cybersecurity is a concern for every business, big or small these days. So having that extra layer of protection built in, that's pretty huge.
Absolutely. But, beyond the security and the cost savings, I'm also interested in the practicality of it all because if it's a pain to use, then what's the point, right?
Totally. And you know what? They've actually thought of that too. Ubigi has this app you can download, and it lets you manage everything, like right from your phone. You can track your data usage in real time.
Oh, that's handy.
You can adjust your data plan, you get alerts if you're about to go over your limit, and there are no surprises on your bill.
Well, that certainly simplifies things. It's like having a little control center for your connectivity right there in your pocket.
Right. And it's not just for individual users either. They have a whole admin platform, which I know will music to the ears of IT managers everywhere, that lets you manage multiple SIM cards and user accounts all in one place.
Oh, that's a lifesaver for companies with teams constantly on the move. No more juggling spreadsheets and invoices.
Gone are those days, my friend. But you know, it really does seem like Ubigi has put a lot of thought into making this as user-friendly as possible, which is honestly so refreshing because tech can be so complicated sometimes.
It really can be. So it sounds like UBG for Business checks a lot of the boxes. It's cost effective, it's secure, it's user friendly, and it's designed specifically with businesses in mind.
And I think the key takeaway here is that seamless global connectivity shouldn't be a luxury. It should be the norm.
Right. And if it can help businesses operate more efficiently, stay secure, and maybe even save a few headaches along the way, then why not explore it?
Exactly. So after learning about Ubigi, it really makes you think, what could your business achieve if you weren't constantly battling connectivity issues or worrying about data security?
It's an interesting question and one that I think every business leader should be asking.